Hello, my friends, and welcome to a tale of meat, bugs, love, death, mold poisoning, betrayal, and of course, a certain Muppet. Yes, this story stars the Muppet Joker, a character I have already dedicated an entire video to, and yes, I do believe this Tumblr blog to be high-performance art, but Muppet Joker truthers still remain. TLDR, he's a 22-year-old Tumblr user who goes by the name Kermit. He kins Kermit the Frog and the Joker, and ships them in a romantic relationship together, and also with himself. In his own words, it's sort of like the Catholic Trinity, you know, all three are one, but also separate. He spends a lot of time on Tumblr writing erotic literature about this situation. And he is Catholic, by the way, although he believes himself to be doing Catholic better than all of the other Catholics, as he has dedicated himself to writing the new Bible, overthrowing the Pope, enlightening the world to Muppet supremacy, generally has an antagonistic relationship with even God himself at times. He has a plush Kermit doll, which he has sex with, in the hole meant for the puppeteer's hand, the Muppet hole. This thing is looking increasingly disheveled over time, and yes, I have seen the PowerPoint presentation by someone attempting to prove that someone does indeed fuck that Muppet. In his first year on Tumblr, the Muppet Joker went from being completely obscure, making posts of which the target audience was seemingly just himself, to having quite the following, known as the Brotherhood. They accept him as their leader, they refer to him as my liege, my lord, sir, father, these sort of things. Although I am very pleased to announce that the Brotherhood is no longer exclusive to just men. The Croaker has realized the evils of his previous misogynistic ways, and now identifies as a dark feminist, and uses he and she pronouns. This morning, when I was outside walking for many hours, I made sure to do my part as a dark feminist. Every time I saw a man, I flipped them off and said, "Do better," while smirking darkly. Every time I saw a woman, I gave them a sheepish smile and said, "Ah, a queen," while nodding thoughtfully. I saw one gender ambiguous. I stared at them through their car window while they were at a red light. "What are your pronouns?" I said. It was certainly loud enough for them to hear me, as I yelled this several times while making bold eye contact. They did not answer. They drove away. Sigh. Being a dark feminist is hard in the world of pronoun. But I persist. After my last video about the Muppet Joker, he and the Brotherhood attempted to defeat me in Astral Battle, which obviously failed. And I have been added, personally, to his iconic DNI. Tumblr user Strangeons, do not interact or I will get you with my sword. Consider yourself warned. Oh, Kermit. I plan to face the blade like a woman of honor. We have a duel scheduled for DashCon 2, which is real, by the way. You can follow them on social media, sign up for their mailing list, whatever. DashCon 2 2025 is happening. Conventions don't allow real weapons, so probably more of a pool noodle duel. We're still hashing out the logistics. There's already fanfiction and fan art of it. Keep up, okay? Clearly, a lot has happened in the Krogerverse that I didn't have time to cover in my first video, and even more has since happened that I do not have time to cover in this video. This video is simply me showing my appreciation for a particular plotline in the Krogerverse, which spanned most of the month of July with a bit of spillover into June and August, in which our hero Kermit valiantly attempts to move out of his mother's house for the first time, and finds himself in some kind of emo weed-smoking girlfriend's spirit-channeling cult, seemingly heavily based around the themes of My Chemical Romance's 2022 tour, which I also have a video about. When people accuse me of having written this, of having been behind all of this, you know, they're joking, but there's a part that's not joking, because I get it, you know, this looks bad for me, but I promise you, I am just another fascinated onlooker, and a fan, even. Kermit, come on, take me off the DNI. I want to join the Brotherhood now that it's no longer exclusive to men. That would be great. We can still duel, though, you know, I'm still down. I honestly have this nightmare that... Not like an actual sleeping night, like a waking nightmare, where I go to DashCon 2, and obviously there's going to be a lot of people there dressed up as, Tumblr memes and internet things. There's going to be, a million Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenways and whatnot, and so I'm fully, and, weed-smoking girlfriends. There's going to be, 20 people in Muppet Joker outfits, and I'm gonna know, on some level, that, one of them has to be the real one, and, what if one of them is the real one? But there's, I'm just gonna be tormented by every Muppet Joker cosplay. Like, are you the Croaker? Are you actually the Croaker? Anyway, please enjoy my loving dramatization of Kermit's very interesting July. And before we get deep into that, a message from this video's sponsor, Aura. Data breaches happen all the time. Recently, over 2.9 billion records were stolen from national public data, which offers personal information to employers, private investigators, staffing agencies, and others doing background checks. These stolen records include a person's full name, phone number, address, social security number, date of birth, and all of that information about you could now be out there online for others to use. If you weren't taking any precautions with your personal data online before, you probably should be, and Aura is an excellent tool to help you do that. Aura alerts me if they find my phone number, email, or social security number out there for sale on the dark web, and they're gonna let me know fast if anyone tries to use that information to access my credit or bank accounts. They give me up to $5 million in identity theft insurance if something terrible were to happen. They also provide a bunch of other features to help you stay safe online. For example, they have a VPN, all built into one convenient app which covers all of your online security bases. So you can click on my magical link, aura.com/strangeeons, to try Aura for 14 days for free, and find out if any of your personal information is exposed out there. Thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video, and now I return you to your regularly scheduled content. Mother made me soup earlier for dinner and it was cold and had too many carrots. I fucking hate carrots! So I constructively informed her that her cooking is shit. And she said, don't eat it then. And what the fuck? What am I supposed to eat? She called me immature and told me that I cannot growl at her. So I told her that I am 22 and I can do what I like because she is not the boss of me. She took my soup away. What the fuck? What am I supposed to eat then? I cannot live under these fucking conditions. Why couldn't father have taken me in the divorce? Hashtag toxic parent, hashtag emotional pain, hashtag my rage is brewing, hashtag I don't give a fuck. I have begun to write my magnum opus. I will have to change the names for copyright purposes, but make no mistake that this book, which I intend to publish, will contain nothing but Kermit x Joker erotica. I would love to hear a brief synopsis of your magnum opus, my lord. A retelling of the Bible and all of human history through the eyes of Hermit, loosely based on a certain Muppet, and Jester, loosely based on a certain clown. Hermit is the first creation of the cruel god of that world, and Jester is a chaos deity that survived God's mass purging of all other gods. Hermit is constantly reborn through time, looking less and less human and more like a Muppet with each rebirth. Jester is struggling with his twisted mind and blossoming feelings of tender love for Hermit. Needless to say, every chapter will contain erotic encounters between Hermit and Jester. This is the most ambitious piece of literature to ever be created. I anticipate to either become famous from this work or be reviled by the world for my ink and blood spilling truths upon the pages that are not ready to be here. Truths regarding Muppet Hole and God, it goes without saying. I don't even mopping care about you haters! Moses times. Born as a plague of frogs, but assembled into a normal human. Watches the 10 Commandments and sees the golden horse idol, which comes to life when no one is looking. Equiphallus. Subplot Jester spawns a bunch of vampires that are secretly the cause of many things. Death of firstborn. Moses' death. Although he returns as a vampire. Hermit is driven to bloodlust by Jester, who bites him. Fan kink content, and realizes that he is evil. Jesus times. Hermit has frog-like eyes. He does not remember how he comes to life or previously died due to bloodlust, but quickly befriends the brother of Jesus, who is unnamed and similarly dark and twisted. They observe the crucifixion together and do spoken word poetry about it. The brother is a carpenter like Joseph, and makes puppets, which Hermit feels fascinated by. The brother also makes him a wooden sword that he has Jesus bless into a real one to fight the Jester with. Jester has been busy tormenting Jesus to get back at God, but after I wish Muppets could lactate. Lasai. I wish I could post more pictures of tender Muppet Hole, but I gouged out the eyes of my Kermit plushie during a moment of spiritual revelation. Baka moment. I have a potential place secured to move into. Take that, mother. The people I will be moving in with seem very kind and are understanding that, as an aspiring writer, I may not be able to help pay the rent for a while. However, they have read a portion of my magnum opus and know as well that it is only a matter of time before I am, as they say, swimming in it. Do your potential new roommates know about your kin identity? No, but they seem open-minded, so I am not worried. They said online that they have unconventional religious beliefs, and I suppose my beliefs are also unconventional, so I should fit right in. I wonder when Mother will realize I have stolen back my throne from where she hid it. Stupid idiot Mother. Little does she know I have a place I will be moving to shortly, with several kind individuals who have agreed to let me stay without paying rent, until I get rich from my novel. As long as I respect their unique beliefs, then I will never see her baka face again. The smell of earth awakens me again, reminding me that it is not my home. My other self was made from dirt and clay, while I was made through tearing flesh and bone. I bless the flies who carefully remove the skin, the blood, the meat of wretched man. The smell of rotting lulls me back to sleep, as the only thing recalled from Eden can. Gods, I am so dark and twisted that I scare myself sometimes. Hello. I am attempting to get into My Chemical Romance because my future roommates are very into the band. It's part of their religious belief system, and I was wondering what album songs I should begin with first. I am contacting you regarding this because you post fan art of Gerard Way, so you are likely knowledgeable on the subject. It depends on what you're into. Bullets is the most hardcore, I guess, of all of their albums, followed by Revenge and Black Parade, with Danger Days being the least hardcore and most energetic. Thank you for your recommendation. I will start with Bullets. I enjoy hardcore music. Discreetly packing my bags, moving in with my new roommates tomorrow. They told me I must learn about their emo religion in order to live there rent-free. Does anyone know how to engage with emo culture and practices in a respectful manner? Your roommates are Wiccan and emo? Do they smoke weed? The three of them do smoke weed, yes. How's the moving out going, my liege? It's going well. I have to wait to be picked up by the one who owns a car after they're done with work. The other two work from home by selling things on Etsy, etc. But my bags are all ready, and I will be sneaking out, never to return. Farewell, mother. I have to pick up the new roommate tomorrow. I hope the new guy likes their meat raw too. I'm so tired today, shakes my fist at capitalism. Enter Sage, the member of the Coven with the car and the job. Honestly, their blog is like half an aesthetic blog. Lots of meat and blood and animal imagery and Christian themes. Honestly, I would probably follow this aesthetic blog. Anyway, all the bio says is pronouns are she, he, it, minor's D and I. Settling into my new home, there's only one bedroom, but Athena is not comfortable sharing her bed. Understandable. So Mill and Sage take turns sleeping on the couch. A rotation of 3 people on one couch would be kind of ridiculous. So they have a sleeping bag rolled out for me under Athena's bed. It's honestly not too bad. Will you still be able to have sex with Kermit in a 1-bedroom house with 2 people working from home? I will find a way. Nothing in the world could stop me from fucking puppets for several hours every day. So there's only 1 bedroom. Are there any other rooms? What's the size of the new frog domain? There is a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom, as well as a very large closet. Mill and Sage take turns sleeping in the closet when they are not on the couch. Athena's bed is fairly high up, so my domain is pretty spacious. One downside to this place is that the bathroom door does not close all the way, so when one of us must relieve ourselves, we play music loudly to cover the pissing sounds, via speaker on the sink. House rules and their emo culture dictate that we are only allowed to play MCR. Sigh, I'd better get used to it. They are pretty hardcore emos after all. Do you prefer if the meat is full of muscles and tougher to chew like a feral animal, or do you enjoy the idea of soft raw meat that you can rip from the package in a primal way? Can a girl thing not just like meat? All animals are made of different compositions of muscle and therefore meat, and I'm just a starving animal. Unfortunately, we live in a society, so it can be hard to source unpackaged meat, but if you get the chance and can hook up with a local farmer or similar, you can get freshly butchered shit which doesn't taste like factories and machines, just raw flesh parts. Personally, I'm not picky, but I do like to tear meat off the bone and tear apart muscles and sinew with my teeth. That said, organs should not be overlooked. Some of those pop like gushers in your mouth and it's so good. Local butchers where I go. Any extra cost is worth it for the quality, plus sweetbreads like pancreas are cheaper. You get it. Do your roommates listen to Evanescence, or is even that not hardcore emo enough for them? No, Athena has the ability to channel the spirit of Gerard Way, but it is a very difficult process, and it is very hard on her body. And things like non-MCR music drive away his essence and weaken their spiritual connection. I am learning so much about the religion of emo. Hard to sleep with this freak under my bed. Why did the vessel let him move in? I feel this vessel fighting to contain me. Bitterness is not a good look on you, sweetheart. The jealousy from others that my vessel endures breaks my heart. I cannot possibly post as myself on her blog, or they will accuse her of lying about her abilities. They do not believe I have chosen her. It's all right. This new space I have carved for myself will suffice for now. Gerard Way, as you know them, has been dying for some time. A ritual has been taking place for some time to connect my wilting spirit to a new vessel. Her name is Athena, and she will be the new Gerard. She will consume the rot with her coven. My swarm will be ingested, and I will be made anew. Crack me open, eat my fruit and my rot. Gerard Way will live again. Enter Athena, and the astral vampiric form of Gerard Way. Collectively, the coven leader. You hold me down, dead little girl. Obviously a normal human being, just a hidden side blog for when my darling vessel lets me have control. I'm not psycho, I just like psychotic things. I've been studying for my English language exam by writing descriptive scenes of slow burn lesbian vampires. Ha! Sounds like a description of my life. The vessel I embody is a lesbian, and I myself am a vampire. My vessel found this amusing, but the world cannot suspect our true nature, and so I reblog in her stead. Hello, Mr. Kermit. I just noticed that you post on here almost every hour of the day. Do you not sleep, or do you schedule those posts? No time for sleeping and writing the new Bible for the world. There will be no need for that book once I am done with mine. Divine revelation. Just writer things. Hashtag right blur. Crying, screaming, throwing up, I accidentally deleted my blog! My posts! My beautiful posts! This kind of mistake is the reason you do not make the decisions around our house. You are simply too forgetful. Whatever would you do without us? Athena, it was an accident. I'm sorry. Please don't kick me out. Ha, relax, Mel. If I was gonna kick you out, it would have been several fuck-ups ago. Enter Milton. Let's call him the most underappreciated member of the Coven. Between the sinners and the saints. He, they, only 19, but my mind is older. Miner's DNI. Accidentally deleted my blog, sad face. Mail said that they cannot yet fix Kermit's eyes as they have too many Etsy orders. They also began playing non-MCR music on the speakers, which is against the house rules. If I rat them out to Athena, I may gain blanket privileges. Unsure how to proceed. Where is my Kermit plushie? Baka moment. Probably my Kermit plushie is in my bag somewhere. I will look again. No need to panic. Where is Muppet Hole, my liege? I am looking, but he is not in my bag. I am freaking the fuck out. I know, I packed him. No, fuck no. Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck. I'm sorry, Kermit, I love you. I know I tore your eyes out. I didn't mean to. I just thought you were an all-seeing, all-hateful god. I'm sorry. Please come back. Don't be sad, my liege. Kermit is watching over you. No, he is not. He does not have eyes. I have experienced true loss. I finally know what it means to be emo. Have you asked your roommates if they know where Kermit is? I know you were asking them before about fixing his eyes. Maybe one of them got some free time and took him to sew his eyes back on. I asked Mill, and they said that they don't even remember me asking them about Kermit, and that I'm probably crazy. Sage and Athena agree that they have not seen Kermit, and that I probably just imagined I bringing him with me. Damn it, my twisted mind has betrayed me. I must rescue him from Mother's house. I truly think that your roommates stole Kermit and are gaslighting you about it. Genuinely, that's what it sounds like. Maybe they didn't want to hear the sound of Muppet sex. Maybe they thought he wasn't emo enough. But I think it was them. You wouldn't have left him behind like that. How would they even know about my Muppet kink? I've not told them my twisted secret, and Kermit is very emo right now, given his lack of eyes. Having your eyes gouged out is super hardcore. Besides, Sage was at work and could not have done it. Athena has been gone all day. She has been channeling Gerard Way, so her soul has been out of her body. And Milton would never betray me because he told me his dark past. One would not betray others after revealing such vulnerable secrets. Perhaps Gerard Way stole Kermit while in Athena's body? Would Gerard Way do such a thing? Hissing, Gerard Way, if I ever catch you, you'd better pray that it was not you who stole my Kermit plushie, because if you did, you have just made an enemy of the Croaker. I turn into a swarm of bats and fly away into the storm of the night. I am your twisted secret. I am your sinister Muppet. I am your dark feminist. I am your clown prince of crime. I am all of these things, but most importantly, I am your dream girl's dream girl. And I am about to serve you what you are. Meat. Meat of the night, 4 a.m. corn dog. The heartbeats of animals keep me awake, pounding together, foretelling a storm, agonized wailing and thundering hooves, the beats of earth crawling out in a swarm, the sweat of the damned runs its hands down my back, the fingers leave streaks of fate down my spine. Eyeless ex-lovers are watching from hell, the maggots are hungry, they call me divine. Partake in the feast at my church of decay, drink of my blood and eat of my flesh. Most would not eat of the fruit still alive, but angels delight in a Eucharist fresh. I offer myself to the heavens above, that they may yet return to me my Muppet love. Sage has offered to drive me to my mother's house for a rescue mission once they are done with work. I am so grateful to my new roommates. Do not worry, Kermit, I am coming, and soon I will be coming. What's the plan for your rescue mission, my liege? Throw a rock through the window to break it, and crawl in with a high level of stealth. Threw a rock at the window, missed, and hit the wall. Mother has turned the light on inside the house, been hiding in the bushes for some time now. Yearning for a Muppet hole. Bathroom window was unlocked. I'm in. I can't find Kermit. Sage's car is gone and they aren't answering the phone. I don't know what to do. Where is Kermit? This is not Kermit. I can't find Kermit. Tell me where Kermit the Frog is, you piece of shit. What if the Muppet just ended up in the trash? I rooted through the trash as quietly as I could. He was not in there. Where is Kermit? It's my Kermit. Fuck. No Kermit, no frog, no Muppet, no God, no being, no soul, no freedom, no hole, no smile, no frown, no joker, no clown, no sunshine, no rain, no pleasure, no pain. Guess I just have to walk all the way back to the house of emo with my Joker feet. Fuck my stupid Baka Muppet life. I am upset that Sage ditched me last night. Milton is pissing me off. Athena says that Gerard Way has a message for me about Kermit's whereabouts. In truth, I do not know how much I believe in her abilities. We shall see. These emos are making me angry. My flatmates are giving me a hell of a time. They never listen to me. When I say I am Gerard Way, I am being very literal. My soul is inhabiting a new body. Athena is a witch and a powerful psychic. The ritual is binding us together. She is channeling my essence. Eventful roommate meeting, summarizing here for those asking, and so I remember. 1. Because Mill has broken the house rules and played unapproved musical soundtracks in the living room, they will be sleeping in the closet for the rest of the month. Sage gets the couch. Sage has expressed annoyance at being forced to drive us everywhere, as they are the only one with a car. The compromise is that they drive us where we want, but are under no obligation to drive us back. We will each take turns cooking. I currently do not know how to cook, so I will be helping with dinner when the other 3 cook until I am able to cook on my own. We have all agreed that living together is easier if we are able to get along. We will be coming up with roommate bonding activities to do once a week, movie nights, etc. The other 3 already have a secret bonding activity that I will be invited to if I, quote-unquote, pass the vibe check. Athena reminded us that we cannot cook Italian foods due to her specific dietary needs. I requested Sage buy us more blankets, but was told that most of the budget for this month is going towards incense and meat. Better luck next month, I suppose. Milton! I believe lasagna is Italian. You have broken the rules. Please see me outside. Oh, fuck it is? I'm so sorry, Athena. I'll never do it again. Please don't be mad. You know the rules. I have prepared the bucket of ice. You only have to do one hand this time, as the lasagna did not technically contain garlic. And it was delicious. Thank you, you are so merciful. I miss Muppet Hole. I do too. I am trying very hard to be brave. I fear I left him at Mother's and she threw him away. I will have my revenge. But I cannot joke or rage right now. I am in mourning for my lover, my Muppet, my Kermit. Kermit snores in his sleep. What kind of a name is Kermit? Roommate keeping me awake. Is he crying about his fucking Kermit doll again? Gross. Have you ever felt that part of yourself was missing and known deep within the places where your bones come together, and that there was nothing you could ever do to get it back, that you were born incomplete and destined to die as hollowed out as the day you realized what you were, a bad, broken thing, an ugly-hearted, angry waste of potential. I could have had everything, been anything, and yet I am me. There is a part of you that knows that you are ill-fitting among others. Your misshapen self scrapes against them as part of you sticks out at odd angles without your control. The look in the eyes of your mother as she struggles to love you. You despise her for how hard she tries to hide her hate. She can never quite mask her disappointment. It peeks through the cracks in old photos of her where her smile was at its brightest before you were born. Horny again. My liege, it is late. Maybe you should rest. One more nut. I simply have to keep cranking it. Our feast of the night begins. Our rituals of the night bring us ever closer. To eat the children of the rot is to preserve our own immortal flesh. Beautiful night for the rot. The 21st is the full moon. I have work in the morning. Ew. Never mind. We will have to have another roommate meeting to establish a rule against ejaculating too loud during night hours. He completely ruined the ritual. Unruly behavior. You are so correct, as per usual. Unruly, yes, and also gross. Thank God he's finally done. How to punish you, roommate dear. Gerard Way is very displeased with you. Invited him to live with us because he bragged about his dark and twisted mind, and we need more people who are capable of seeing the ritual to completion. But my patience grows thin. Kermit will receive a punishment tonight. Then he will learn. How should we punish Kermit tonight? Athena. I think he should lose blanket privileges. Uncreative, as always, sweet Milton. Losing blanket privileges is a given. He deserves worse. We must break him or he will never be ready. Athena and Sage cornered me and claimed my screams of pleasure from the other night's stroking session were too loud, and I interrupted their roommate bonding session in the kitchen. Even though I was in the bedroom, how could they have heard me? I have lost blanket privileges and have been ordered to clean the entire house except the closet. This is bullshit. They are worse than Milton. More than roommates. A coven. No one understands me as well as you two, aside from Gerard. Our bonding nights are something few could ever understand. I wish it could stay just the 3 of us, but we need more numbers to complete the binding. Gerard needs to use my body as a vessel. I am the only one who can save him due to my abilities and my vampirism. He is not ready to join the ritual yet, but we will make him ready. By the time he's ready to join us, he'll understand you. Until then, it'll still be the 3 of us. And the proxy, but that doesn't count. I remember how long it took before you were ready. Sage and I had to do so much just to prepare you. Almost too much. Tiring amounts of work for very little returns. Was looking for a snack in the fridge. Does anyone know what this is? Working on cleaning up the house at the demand of my roommates. Is it normal for emos to drink blood? Yes, I speak for all emos when I say we drink copious amounts of blood. Oh, okay. In that case, no cause for concern. I started to get a bit scared there for a second. How do you know it's blood and not just like cranberry juice or something? The smell. He is terrible at cleaning! It has taken him all day to do basically nothing. Gerard, I am such a big fan of your work. Seriously, I've been worshipping you since I was a teen, and it inspired me to make music. You make me want to consume the rot. We could use people like you. If you ever want to live rent-free with my coven in Kentucky, you would be more than welcome to consume the rot with us. Hi, Mr. Way. I am most curious about your current setup with your vessel and/or Athena. Forgive me if my questions are too much. Don't feel obligated to answer if you don't want. How old are you, Gerard? Do you share the same age as your vessel? Are you the same age as your former body? Are you an ageless entity? I suppose if you are a manifestation of a soul, that wouldn't necessarily give you a specific age. Obviously you share your vessel with Athena. Are you always within the mind, or just get called forth from time to time, or do you spend most of your time elsewhere? Are you even aware of what's happening when Athena is in control of the body, like a sort of co-consciousness situation? Forgive me for any intrusive questions, and thank you for your time. I wish you a bountiful feast and fulfilling rituals to come. The one known as Gerard Way is an ageless vampire who has existed for centuries. The entity slowly corroding them, which leaps from vessel to vessel, from vampire to vampire, collecting pieces of each consciousness that came before it into the swarm. That entity has existed as long as there have been flies consuming the flesh of the dead. Athena, the new vessel, is 27. The swarm sings to me so sweetly. I feel the crawling underneath my skin, the itch in my soul, the wriggling in my meat. It calls to me, and I want so desperately to listen to the beautiful buzzing chorus, the divine songs of the unholy prophet. It loves me, I think, or at least I love it, and it allows me my worshipful adoration. The ferocity of my devotion frightens me, as it bursts from my chest like so many hungry flies. Please guide me. They are biting at my toes. We all have our part to play in the ritual. The smell makes it hard to sleep. I know it's important, but does anyone know how to cover up the smell of vomit without spending more than $4? Warm water and dish soap, scrub anything the vomit came into contact with, apply baking soda to any fabrics or carpeting once dry, also air freshener. Everything can be found at the dollar store. Thanks. Would any of that be harmful for bugs? Hopefully Sage can drive me to the dollar store after work. I've been home for like half an hour now. Be ready in 5 or you're walking back. Yay, thanks. You should probably look for alternative housing arrangements. These people do not sound like good roommates. I heard they made you sleep in a closet. Sleeping in the closet and tending to the rot is an honor. Why would it matter if you woke up your roommate? I don't understand. If you're feeling sick, you should be able to take care of yourself. Sage has work and I might lose blanket privileges. Why can't you buy more blankets for yourself? I don't make enough from Etsy and Sage does the budget. So you aren't in control of your own money? That's concerning. Should I be? I want to know why the closet smells so bad it's making you sick. I haven't vomited yet, I'm just dry heaving. You were being such a pussy. I have already blessed the meat box to lessen the smell. I'm sorry, I just have to get used to it again. Is your secret meal blood? Rotting meat? Genuinely curious. I am not a vegetarian by any means, but I do not often enjoy meat. I do not consume the rot. I consume the children of the rot. Your roommates aren't joking when they call you stupid. They really think you're an idiot who will do anything for them. Do you really want to be a doormat for the rest of your life? You are literally being forced to sleep in a smelly closet which is making you vomit. Do you really think these people care? They do care, you wouldn't get it. Is your profile picture a Hamilton star? No, I'm emo. It's an emo star, you fucking poser. What are your favorite musicals? I don't like musicals. I'm emo. There's plenty of emo musicals, you know. Sweeney Todd, Jekyll and Hyde, Hadestown, Repo the Genetic Opera. Even Gerard Way said he'd be open to a Black Parade musical. You can like musicals and be emo, dude. Most theater kids are either emo or goth, too. Maybe, but we can only listen to MCR. You spit on the monarch with your pitiful attempts in puppetry of the soul. Gerard would never make such a blatant Hamilton reference. My liege will not be sullied by someone so bereft of thought as you to utter such foulness under assumption of their name. I think you meant to send this to Milton. Their era of King Alexander Hamilton is long over. They have renounced their former name and shortened it to Milton. Hamilton is their dead name, bringing it up is highly inconsiderate. You're exposed for what you are, Hamilton-liker. I hope you get bitten by a snake and die a slow agonizing death from the venom, you fucking poser. I went through your and your roommate's blogs, and I think we might be neighbors. Hi, I am only going to say this once. Fix that fucking stench and bug problem, or I'm going to property management. Every time I have to walk by your place, I start gagging, and I'm going to be pretty pissed if you start stinking up my place too. At this point, I don't care if your roommates are supposed to be there. I just want the fucking corpse smell gone. Also, why is one of you howling at 2 a.m. in the morning and loudly sobbing all hours of the day? I am trying to get some sleep. Maybe turn down the emo music while you're at it. It's their fucking neighbor again. I know which neighbor this is. I tried gently to recruit them into our coven and gave them this blog to earn their trust. You have betrayed me, Anon. Or should I say, Robert from next door. I know you are simply a vessel of my enemy, hellbent on sabotage. You will never be able to stop the rebirth of Gerard Way. Meanwhile, on reddit.com, am I the asshole, as is customary? Would I be the asshole if I told property management about my smelly neighbors? First, and hopefully last post, excuse any mistakes. I am writing this at work so my girlfriend doesn't ask me what I'm typing. To give some background, I, male 24, and my girlfriend, female 22, live next to 4 people, all in their 20s. Originally, it was just 3. They were all alternative looking and play the band My Chemical Romance on full blast, intermittently throughout the daytime. This usually isn't a problem, but in recent weeks I've noticed the smell of death coming from their door, and a fly problem, which is slowly becoming a me problem at my place of residence. I was already on the fence about telling all them to property management when that weird guy started staying there. He cries near constantly about a missing plush. The walls are extremely thin. He randomly starts howling sometimes, but the worst of all was a couple of nights ago when he was screaming in pleasure at 2 a.m. when I had work in the morning. One of the neighbors, let's call her A, creative, gave me her Tumblr account after inviting me to join her quote-unquote coven. Last night I decided to peek at it on a burner account that I since deleted. I found 3 of the 4 roommates' Tumblrs. Let's just say this lady is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She believes she is a real vampire and the vessel for someone named Gerard Way, who is still very much alive. The rest of the quote-unquote roommates worship her like a god. All of them post about raw meat and something called the Rot. Another one of the roommates, S, apparently is in control of all the money and is the only one with a car and an actual job. According to their Tumblrs, the roommate named M is forced to sleep in the closet with something called a meat box. I'm pretty sure that's where the smell and the flies are coming from. I was already gagging when I walked past their door due to the dead body smell wafting from the cracks, but visualizing that fucking meat box has me with my head in the toilet at work. I don't know how M sleeps next to that fucking box. I don't even want to get into why they have it or what it's being used for. Here comes the part where I might be the asshole. My girlfriend is against me going to property management. We had a little argument about it, and I called her ridiculous and childish for defending the neighbor's biohazard. And she told me that I'm being a dick and incredibly disrespectful to my neighbor's religion that I would never understand due to my faith in Jesus Christ. These neighbors and their lifestyle are interrupting my intimate moments and sleep pattern. Am I going crazy, or is a box full of rotting meat a perfectly normal thing to keep in one tiny one-bedroom apartment? Would I really be the asshole if I went to property management about the smell? Update. So me and girlfriend talked. It went better than expected. I apologized for belittling her intelligence and maturity because it was uncalled for. Girlfriend admitted she thought I was over-exaggerating the stench from next door. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that girlfriend is completely on board with calling property management now. After I showed her the Tumblrs and explained that the smell and the flies are coming from meat box, she was horrified. She wanted to be friends with someone who makes their roommate sleep in the closet with a box of rotten meat. We're both surprised that no one has gotten seriously sick. The bad news is that the smell is now coming through the vents, and we have to turn off AC to air out the apartment. I found out A eats maggots from the box. Called property management today as they were unavailable last night. They will be checking the apartment tomorrow. Fingers crossed the smell problem gets fixed ASAP. One of your roommates are planning to kill you. I know, Sage is always planning to kill me. Well, that won't do. Whose blood will I drink then? Your blood tastes best, after all. Try not to be too jealous, Sage. Hey, are you okay? Are the 2 taking your blood to drink it? Just Athena drinks it. I heard Athena is replacing you with Milton, and your new roommate is taking Milton's place. Making things up about my muse? You're gross. Milton is replaceable, but the newbie is more immediately unpleasant. So I think the ranks should be obvious. I would happily drink your blood. It sounds better than Milton's anyway. I think my blood tastes okay, especially when it's fresh. I don't know what Milton does differently. Empty promises, by the way. Come drink it then, coward. Perhaps eating foods rich in iron and B12 can improve your blood quality and make it more appealing to Athena. When my wife, a vampire, and I started dating years ago, wasn't in the best shape and had a pretty low iron diet, my blood didn't taste the best because of it. And while I'm still not as active as I should be, she's been the meal maker solely for the past 10 years, and now she's focused on foods with those benefits, and she's told me my blood is a lot better in flavor and quite richer too, since all those years ago. Very sound advice, thank you. Since I'm usually tired and sickly pale, I must only be making my blood taste worse. I need to start taking vitamins for her. Not enough flies for the feast. Perhaps roadkill will help feed the children of the rot. I have resorted to using a green towel in place of Kermit for my self-pleasuring needs. Gods, I am such a desperate, horny little Muppet slut. Whose towel is it? Whose towel is the green towel? Sage's, I think? Oh, this is great. Isn't Sage gonna be mad you took their towel? Poor Sage. I'm ignoring you. Who is it you are ignoring, Sage, dearest? Check your fucking green towel. Check the green towel. You have a green towel, right? I suggest you check it thoroughly. Might want to check on your towel. I'm deleting them, but to no avail. I think I'd prefer death threats. Milton made Italian food again. Milton will pay the price! There was so much less screaming when I lived with Mother. Why isn't Milton online? Genesis 4:9. What happened to Milton? I saw him crying with a burnt-up Hamilton poster. He said it was signed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. He looked broken. He has been quiet today. This corndog got me fucked up. I knew he was a freak. What I did not know was that his name was Muppet Joker. Aw crap, they're gonna eat him, aren't they? The roommates have been forcing me to clean the bathroom today as penance for my sins. They do not specify what sins, but most likely God tattled on me for my lustful heart to them, or something. You win this time, God! We will use the proxy during the ritual tonight. It is clear from his blog that there is much work to be done in breaking him. Are you alive? Yeah. Milton, what did you do? I broke the rules and cooked Italian. I forgive you, Milton. The rose is wilting, the flies are singing us a new song, and we will be well after tonight. Gerard Way is a shitty roommate. Hey, you seem kind of fatigued. Is everything alright? Athena has been waking me up at odd hours of the night, every night, to relay me cryptic messages psychically received from Gerard Way about the end of the world and my future death. I'm kind of peeved about it, to be honest. Gerard Way has taken over Athena's body almost entirely. She is psychic, and has decided to play MCR very loudly at weird hours of the night. I've been getting very little sleep, but at least they said I may be invited to the next roommate bonding ritual. I feel weirdly honored. I am not sure I will make it to my roommate's Wiccan emo ritual tonight. I feel like divine inspiration is going to strike me soon, and I must be ready. You have to attend the ritual. Do not go. Follow your feelings. They are gonna break you. Is Minecraft Hole the new Muppet Hole? What the fuck am I saying? Nothing will ever replace Muppet Hole. Kermit's absence is driving me to madness. Could you imagine a horrible alternate reality where I stopped sexualizing the Muppets and instead just played Minecraft like some kind of low-life gamer? So I take it you didn't go to the ritual with the roommates tonight. No, I'm walking around the forest near our home and waiting for God to reveal me the location of Kermit's secret hole. Where is he? I am growing upset. Maybe he got lost in the woods? Kermit posted about how he wasn't going to show up. Check his account. At my darling Athena. We must feed him flies soon, or the rot will be disrupted. Milton! Fly cookies tomorrow. I cannot stop eating these cookies Milton baked. Gluttony is a sin, but I have always been a sinful Muppet. Athena had Milton put flies into the cookies. Are you being serious with me right now? Milton, do you think it might be morally unethical to feed people insects without consent? Why are you yelling at me? I just do what Athena says. You don't actually have to listen to Sage and Athena. Would you jump off a bridge if they told you to? Yeah. Cannolis are super good. They're a tube of fried pastry dough with sweet filling. I could send you a recipe if you want. Yes, please. I love making new things. Milton, be careful! Cannolis are a type of Italian food. Do not be tricked by ÄONS. Stay safe, friend. Thanks for the warning. Milton, what do you think Italian food is? Any food with garlic in it? Is that not right? Milton! Do you know about the country of Italy? Well, I thought that's where garlic came from, but apparently that's wrong. Milton, you aren't dumb. I think you're just suffering from blood loss. Sage said I was dumb before meeting Athena. You're worthless without Athena and Sage. Don't let your ÄONS convince you otherwise. Yeah, I know. Loser bug eater. Fuck off. My Kermit mouth rapidly grows rows of teeth like a shark, and you gasp in surprise. Thousands of Kermit eyes open up around you, and rings of fire circle us both. You finish shitting your pants in fear just as I begin to chuckle darkly. It seems you did not realize you were dealing with a god Muppet, who's the bug eater now. Then I freaking mup you to death. You post so loud. Proverbs 17:27-28. Shut up. It's too fucking early to be quoting the Gospel of Mark. Okay, sorry. I haven't slept in so long. I'm ruining my flavor. Milton doesn't get much sleep from what I can tell. Maybe it's actually improving your flavor? Fuck, you're right. I need to find his vials in the refrigerator to compare the flavors. There must be something more specific. Once again, he becomes my Abel. I am still upset that my roommates fed me fly cookies, but fear not, my children. I have plans for revenge. I seriously think Kermit might try to kill one, if not all of you. Why? Does he not like us? Ha! Revenge complete. I wonder how long until they notice. Roommate meeting. Sage, Milton, do not bring Kermit. I am almost certain he is not to blame for this. Of course. Left work, headed home now. My child, how I will miss your corpse. What have you taken from me, Sage? It wasn't me, 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 it wasn't me. Fuck, I'd never do, I'd never betray her. I'm a dog, I'm a pathetic loyal dog. I don't bite, I would never bite. I can't talk here, can't talk. Whoa, clearing inbox. I don't bark, good dog. So you do not remember your crime? Reminder that sleepwalking or being possessed is not in any way an excuse for destroying personal property. Enjoy being on the bottom of the roommate behavior board, Sage. Only you could have known what that meant to me. Milton, you may have the couch tonight. Sage is in the closet. She knows what she has done. The rot brings me comfort. How's the couch? Is it comfy for you, buddy? Yeah. Though it is colder than the closet. Milton, no other household has anywhere near this number of weird rules, and normal households definitely don't involve things like being forced to eat flies, or partaking in rituals, or sleeping in the fucking rot closet. This sounds like Athena is really taking advantage of the fact that you're nice and shy, and is using you to do weird shit to make her feel more powerful. This is absolutely abusive, and Athena is a villain. No, it's not abusive, it's good, and the rules mean that I won't get kicked out either without warning, and the punishments help me remember to try and be good. I think if you explained everything to Robert, he would help you. You are not the issue, Athena is.
is. He wouldn't. There's nothing to help and no one would ever help me anyway.
How are you so sure about Kermit? Only Sage knew about the angel. The dead fly I held so dear, on the edge of the kitchen sink. My pet, my child, my friend, now gone. How would Kermit know this would wound me so?
Sir, please, you have got to tell us what you did for your revenge. Ha! I may have pissed somewhere I was not supposed to. I am basically the pee bandit. Did you piss in the rot? Heh, no. I pissed basically all over the place on the kitchen counters. I thought they would notice with the smell, but to be fair, our apartment smells worse than piss, so maybe they cannot detect the scent. And besides, wait, what is the rot? Does anyone know how to stop echoing nightmares? Maybe try dissecting them. Nightmares are usually caused by trauma, so if you can find out what event causes you to have recurring nightmares, you could cope with that and stop the nightmares. I don't know if I can do that. I want to hear about it. I could help decipher it if you want. Okay. It starts with me being shot in the gut, and then maggots crawl inside the wound, and I can feel them writhing under my skin across my entire body and hear buzzing in my ears, but no one can see them or believes me. And then at church, I try to ask for help, and they force me to drink poison and yell at me for not being faithful enough when I vomit. And they reach out, and they're going to lay hands to try and fix me, but then they rip off chunks of my flesh, and the maggots come spilling out. And they say this is all my fault. And they force me to eat my own flesh and the maggots that are crawling in me, and the serpent bites me, and everyone I fail to heal also rips chunks off my body to eat. And God says this is what I deserve for not being better. Milton, this recurring nightmare is reinforcing that it sounds like your housemates are abusing you. They usually aren't in the nightmare. Seems like from your dream you have a lot of religious trauma. How was church for you as a kid? IDK, I think it was fine. I was told to lay hands a lot and usually good at it. Sometimes I wouldn't have enough faith for it to work, but then I would be punished, so I would do better the next time. Why did you lay hands? I'm not religious, so I might be misunderstanding, but don't priests usually do that? I'm a child healer. I mean, I was. Why don't you move back in with your parents? They're dead. Milton's your brother, right? Sorry to hear about your parents. IDK if it's rude to ask, but how did they die? What the fuck are you talking about? Our parents are alive. Did Milton say they were dead? Your reference to Genesis 4:9 makes a whole lot more sense now. Is that how you feel about him? Obviously, I'm trying not to dox myself again, but he was the favorite child for a reason. I was Cain, and instead of reaching for God's love, I left. I didn't keep in contact. I am not my brother's keeper. You can't tell people our parents are dead. I check the obituaries all the time. They are both alive. They said I was dead to them when they kicked me out, so why can't they be dead to me? What the fuck? Because those are our parents. No matter my feelings about them, they're alive. You can't tell people that with no context. I hope this isn't intrusive. Just curious, but why did your parents disown you? Def, you don't need to answer if you don't want to. Sage moved out, and when I couldn't pray hard enough to bring her back, I wasn't faithful enough, and my parents realized I was a sinner, and then I couldn't heal my dad, and he lost some fingers, and I vomited when I drank the poison, and they hated me for this, and were ashamed to keep bringing me to church since everyone would know that I wasn't good and faithful, and God didn't hear my prayers anymore. No one hates you, Milton. Everyone does. God does. You are not worthless or evil, or any of the awful things you call yourself. If I'm not, then why does God hate me? He stopped answering my prayers because he realized I'm a monster. Has there ever been proof of God ever answering your prayers? How do you know he's even real? When I was young, I would lay hands and help people heal, and my faith protected me when we drank poison, and my parents said some of my other prayers would come true. Sorry, did you say you drank poison at church? Did you mean wine? No, I meant poison. To show that our faith is strong enough to protect us from poison. Poison like party poison? IDK what that is, but I think we drank strychnine or something like that. IDK if I spelled that right. I'm sorry, strychnine? The stuff you find in pesticides? The stuff that was used to give rats epilepsy? IDK what it's used for. I just drank the poison they gave me to drink. Okay, fuck it. I am going into the alleged meat closet. Everyone keeps telling me meat closet. I do not know what this entails. I have observed the meat, and it was so foul that I have been sitting in pensive silence for 24 hours. This is a video of the thing in my roommate's closet. Warning for dead animal, decay, maggots, and general nastiness. I do not know what the fuck this is. It was in a cage in a box. The smell was vile. There was something else in the plastic bag, but I was afraid to look. I think these people might be fucking crazy. I am getting scared, so I called my mom, but I think she blocked me. Guess I am trapped with the vampires. Sad. What's in the bag in the closet, by the way? It's Kermit's proxy that Athena has been using to get him ready for the ritual. Hey, I just found your blog, Milton. What the fuck does this mean? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Do you know what Athena's doing right now? She has been meditating in the bathroom all day, but don't worry about her. Why don't you stop guarding the closet door? I can see you from the living room, and we have a little talk outside. If I find out you have stolen my Kermit plushie for your fucked up rituals, forget Joker mode. I will be going crime mode. What do you think about the Kermit doll in the closet? IDK if I should say because Athena would get mad at me. You stole my fucking Kermit plushie? Don't fuck with a Muppet unless you're ready for his sharp teeth and wicked hole. Milton, please explain everything to Kermit. Tell him you were forced to steal the plush and that none of it was your fault. I hope you don't get hurt. Please be safe. I tried to explain, but I'm not sure how well he could understand me. What even happened? I was explaining, and Kermit got mad, and then I started sobbing and I vomited and I don't remember anything else. I think this apartment is cursed. I've been having terrible brain fog and headaches since I have moved here. Mom, pick up your phone and let me move back in. Baby girl, I think that could be mold exposure. There's a little mold in the living room where the old couch used to be, but it is not even a lot, so I doubt that is the issue. I grew up upper middle class, so I am unaware what the normal amount of mold is for a living room. Is this normal? Can't stay in the living room for too long or I get dizzy. Going outside for a tree branch going a curved wood stake. Bye-bye, vampire bitch! Kermit, Joker, Muppet, Clown, Friska, Circuit, Upside Down, Homestuck, calling me to bed, mold exposure, eyeless head, plushie, gone unhappy, dick, killing vampire, pointy stick, vengeful froggy, on the prowl, coming in your favorite towel. I seem to have been missing your posts recently and am blessed to have you on my dash yet again. I hope you are well. I snark. Heh. Been doing pretty good for a cold-blooded killer. Those emos should have known better than to mess with my darkened soul. I don't even give a Muppet fuck. My Joker kin type isn't just for pretty eyes and a twisted smile, sweetheart. My kin memories of fighting the Bat have made me a terrifying yet effective assassin. Better than the guy who killed JFK even. All I need is a big sharp stick and nothing to lose. Kermit the Vampire Killer, Dark Kermit, the Clown Prince of Crime, why so serious? Laughing killer, run while you can, scary mind, twisted mind, the madness, ha 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 ha, evil laugh, evil heart, bloody smile, Joker rage, don't fuck with me, society. I spent all night outside sharpening a stick and sharpening my mind, entering my vampire slaying era. Oh whoa. Going to stab Gerard Way through the heart and end his emo crimes. My Chemical Romance? More like My Chemical, ouch, my chest, it's been stab. You are unfamiliar with my true vampiric power. Come inside, Kermit. We can resolve this peacefully and you can eat my buzzing children. Or I can simply make you my vampire spawn and use my hypnosis powers on you. Your choice. I am not fucking scared of you, Gerard.
Why are you defending religion so much? If you were actually following Athena, it wouldn't matter if your past religion was a cult. Changing religions doesn't make your old religion a cult. I don't think the last ask was saying that changing religion makes the previous one a cult, but that worship of Athena is cult-like. And you are currently in a cult. I'm not in a cult. I've never been in a cult.
Is Milton inside? He said he doesn't worship you, so he might need to be punished. Milton, Milton, Milton. A lost little maggot trying to find his way, and failing. Escaping his past, but never able to condemn it. Pathetic. Finding solace in a founding father, an idol, claiming his name, his childhood, his life as his own. You are not a bastard orphan son of a whore, etc. Sage has told me of your lies. Lying mouths are ill-fitting homes to the children of the rot. Milton, Milton, Milton. Quieter out here among the headstones. None of that shrill beeping or the cries of my underlings, as if my headaches are not enough. Hey, so the beeping is probably your carbon monoxide detector? Carbon monoxide and black mold is probably why you act like this. Were you normal before moving into this apartment? Doubting, doubting, doubting! It was not until I moved here with Sage that I fully realized I was the vessel for Gerard Way, and began to consume the children of the rot. You wouldn't understand.
What happened in the graveyard? Athena has been meditating. Her connection has been waning, I think. She could barely read my energy. At her most synergized, she could access my thoughts and memories. I'm worried.
My mind had felt eerily silent outside the apartment, but now I can hear the buzzing once more. Sage, I forgive you. Milton cannot be trusted. Kermit wishes to kill me. We must band together, you and I. We must take them down. Come to me. I will make you my first vampire spawn.
Really? You would do that?
Looks like it's 2 vampires versus 1 Muppet. Well, guess what? I practice my kicks 1,000 times every day. I have a dark and pissed off Muppet side. You don't even want to see. I have a big sharp stick and a bigger, sharper Joker smile. Scared yet? Yeah. And I have not 1, but 2 Homestuck kin types. Word of advice, buddy, don't fuck with Homestucks. I chuckle darkly. I have so much experience chopping people with my sword, it's not even funny. I'll shit on your doorstep. I'll become your worst nightmare. Your devil. Your Muppet from hell. Consider your pants peed, loser! What? The little lost maggot and the insidious stake-crafter aren't strong enough for the rot. They'll wilt and wither before their apotheosis. Get rid of the dead weight whilst you still can, before they pull you down to their level. They are the reason your power is waning. The bells are calling for you, Gerard. Burn the proxy, burn the proxy, burn the proxy. No, no, no! What did you do with Kermit, you bastard slut?
We aren't getting our deposit back.
I see you burning him, that which I once loved, more than life and creation and God. I see you from my hiding place within the bushes, the two of you drinking one another's blood. The fire is getting out of control. Even with the smoke, I can breathe far easier out here than I ever did inside your wretched home. I have come to pierce your heart, but I know you deserve far worse for burning mine to ash.
Why do I hear sirens? Rest in peace? Are you dead? Please confirm. I'm guessing she's having a chat with government officials. Did you die? Bro's going to jail?
I killed Gerard Way with a stick to prevent their satanic vampire rituals from going on any longer, and the fire department didn't even look up from the fire they were putting out to say thank you. Lasai Mondays. You Tumblrinas are ridiculous. I didn't commit murder. I am literally a Catholic, so that wouldn't make sense. I just killed Gerard Way's vampire soul, okay? The person channeling the soul of the emo Dark King only got lightly stabbed, okay? No need to go woke on me. As a dark feminist, I have decided maybe my pesky mother isn't so bad. I've been unblocked and have returned home, and have taken Milton with me. Bro, get rid of Milton. Fuck off. We have had our differences in the past, but I would die for Milton. His pathetic nature moves me. He is an orphan after all.
We've come back from the hospital. Athena was wounded but is bandaged now and can heal. Milton's stuff is gone. I couldn't reach him. I don't know if he saw I called or not.
Sage tried to call you. Oh, I thought that was on accident. You should ask Kermit's mom what the rules are so you make sure you don't break any. Bring up some of the old ones if you need to. Yeah, you're right. Should I also tell her how I'm normally punished, or do you think that would be disrespectful? I bet your mom's happy to have you back. My uncle convinced her to block me, but she has let me know that she will be blocking him instead. Yeah, take that, Uncle Jonathan. How do we know you aren't Tumblr fake storying all over us right now? Because liars go to hell. Online shopping for a new Kermit plushie feels like going on Tinder one day after watching my wife burn to death in front of me. Maybe I need some time to grieve. Mother seems almost relieved Kermit is dead. Reveling in the death of my plushie lover, I will be licking all of the clean silverware and putting it back.
Eviction notice. But I care not for that. My connection with Gerard, my muse, my light has been severed. I guess property management finally listened to your neighbor, lol. Robert will have his blood drained very soon. Are you getting evicted, and why? Health and safety violations as per our lease agreement. I don't think the fire helped either, but property damage wasn't mentioned. Do you miss Milton? I'm not allowed. You're allowed to feel whatever you want, Sage. Nobody can control the internal workings of your mind except you. Athena does. I gave her access years ago. Stabbed in the back thrice. Once from the foul toad I expected, once from the stray cat who was never meant to stay, and once from my own most loyal dog whom I trusted with my life. It's all right. I am used to being betrayed. Milton, now that Sage and Athena aren't controlling you, are you going to listen to musicals again? Maybe. Leave Kermit and give yourself back to God, Milton. You'll forever be tainted, but he'll take you back if you can prove to him you really want it. You just have to be good. You were good once. Why can't you be good again? I tried. I prayed for 6 years, and God never answered, and I did everything I could, and it didn't work. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't worthy. I'm never enough. Milton, you'll be okay. It's all your fault, but you just really need to dig deep. How badly do you care about God? If you were loyal enough, he would take you back. If he wouldn't speak to you, repent. Mold yourself into what he needs. Become clay for him once again. I've tried. I don't know how to try any harder, but I've shed my blood and burned myself, and I drank poison, and nothing worked. He knows I'm a monster that can't be saved. Milton, please just exit Tumblr and go to bed. Okay, I will. Milton says he has a surprise for me. I will try and keep a smile on for him. Very little could cheer me up on this day, on the funeral of my lover. Milton has brought me Kermit's ashes. He walked all the way to the old apartment to do so. Oh, Milton. Hashtag howling for Kermit. July 31st, 2024. Kermit and Milton hold a funeral for the Kermit the Frog puppet. On Tumblr, the Brotherhood comes together to mourn this tragic loss, drawing fan art, making edits, writing tributes to this fallen soldier, sending sympathies for your loss. Hopefully you can make it through this. Kermit's spirit now protects you from harm. Remember that. Thank you. Fly high, Kermit. Lit up my altar in honor of Kermit's funeral. May he find peace with the loss of his previous vessel. May he rest until his new vessel is realized. May Joker find himself without his lover. Thank you. Words cannot describe how deeply this has penetrated the hole in my heart. I am leaking. Tears. I can't believe this. I always thought Kermit would be undying, but his body burned. R.I.P. Kermit. The Muppet hole gone to heaven. Rest in peace, Kermit the Frog, beloved by the Joker, the Croaker, God, wrongfully imprisoned in the meat closet, murdered by emos and died in agony, taken too soon. Hear the cries, the howls. You are hearing the Brotherhood, sisterhood, non-binary hood, ally of the Muppet Joker. May you and the Croaker be reunited in the afterlife once the time has come, and may sex in heaven be awesome. Amen. A retrospective. Kermit was a beautiful Muppet,
Though I only knew him through the croaker and not in person, his whole and tales of his greatness warmed the hearts of people around the world. His warm, felton heart struck lust and love into the hearts of many. I would like to thank his adoring spouse, the Muppet Joker, for sharing his life with us, the good and the bad. People might say it's crazy to mourn for a Muppet, but what the weak see as a lifeless piece of felt, the enlightened see as a being who feels pain and pleasure. I am thankful that Kermit has always had someone to penetrate his Muppet hole and hold him at night. Of course, we must talk about his death. Kermit was taken from us by Gerard Way, first rotting in a closet for weeks before being burned in a fiery grave. A tragedy like this has never been known, and to all of us who loved him, it is an unimaginable blow. I hope that he wasn't aware of the maggots and the rot, and that when the flames licked his felt, he could feel only warmth. I leave you with the words of our father: don't fuck with a Muppet unless you're ready for his sharp teeth and wicked hole. Howling for Kermit, crying like a wounded animal, gone too soon, too young. Are you romantically attracted to Milton, or is it more of a brotherly bond thing? Please say brotherly. A bond that is not romantic, the deep bond of platonic friendship. During this short time, I have felt a very sudden connection with Milton, and I feel like we could very well be friends.
Milton, you are the coolest person I know.
You're the coolest person I know too.
I don't know if you're worried for Milton because the croaker is a little crazy, but they actually seem to be enjoying themselves. Milton admitted his love of Hamilton. He seems happy. The toad is untrustworthy. My muse knows this best. Proverbs 17:22.
I hate you, Muppet Joker. This house reeks of betrayal. Pack your bags, Sage. They cannot kick us out if we leave on our own terms. Living in Sage's car. The rot is in the trunk. I feel her loyalty waning. Recall that you can always be replaced.
Training is making the effect of the mark more intense, I think. Red looks too red. Thinking is hard. My skin feels like it's wrapped in cotton. I need to get ready for work.
What do you do for work?
Boring office job. Today, I had to explain to my boss that the mark is a non-sexual indication of my bond with my muse and shouldn't count as unprofessionalism. Should have just barked at her.
Living in Sage's car has an unexpected blessing. When it goes to work, I must come with, no other choice. I wait in her car in the parking lot, and it occurs to me, I can drive this car wherever I please.
Do you smoke weed?
Yes, currently. A beautiful animal painted across the road, a picture of my bleeding heart. Did you run over an animal while smoking and driving? I do as I please. And you do it badly, evidently. I am a creature of the night, prowling, walking towards the parking lot of the building where my vampiric spawn toils each day. The car was left with the deer. Its blood tasted wrong.
How are you feeling? I'm actually going to kill her. This is so fucked up. I feel like everything is crashing down on me and I'm suffocating. So I'm doing great. Hoping things go well for you and your car isn't totaled. I know things are rough, but I'm definitely supporting you with the others. She said it's wrecked. I'm asking for advice already. This fucking sucks. I'm so going to get fired. Sage, I'm sorry Athena has screwed you over so intensely, but at least there's only one way away from rock bottom. Up. Cutting her off is a big step, and I'm proud of you. Things will get better. Maybe Milton and Kermit can help you out? Maybe you could stay with them eventually? I don't know. I'm a stray now.
Goodbye, Sage. You were my first spawn, but I am a vampire and I cannot feed on someone so sour. Ever since I have left the apartment, something has changed. The swarm feels different to me now. My stomach twists at the sight of them. With love, I am sure. I have recently realized that my head no longer pounds as it used to. Curious. Please use me as your vessel, Gerard Way. I am still worthy. I will start the rot anew, and when it comes time, consume its children. Willing, willing, willing. I do not fear it. My illness is temporary. Gerard is never coming back. You aren't a worthy vessel. If you were being honest with yourself, didn't you already know that? You speak like someone who is above consequences, above rot. When we die, our bodies will decay together. Why are you so filled with hate? We will be eaten by the same worms. I cannot even look at the new rot. What has become of me? Who is to blame? Okay, you guys are all fucking freaks. Bugs are gross, vampires aren't real, and rotting meat is fucking nasty. Milton and Kermit are kins or whatever, like they really think they are Alexander Hamilton and a fucking Muppet. You are all actually so cringe, and Sage is like a furry or a Therian or something. Like, be fucking for real. You are not a dog. Honestly, you emos have been fucking cringe, and the only reason I was even emo in the first place was because I was exposed to black mold or whatever. Anyway, it's been fun. Bye! I called my parents and they sent their personal driver to come take me to their beach house by Lake Erie. I will be flying home tomorrow morning. I had my fun being broken emo. I suppose it's time to return to how I was before my experimental dip into the alternative lifestyle. Normal and rich.
My apology. Dear Gerard Way,
I am sorry for killing your immortal vampire soul with a sharpened stick I found outside. I had to do it because my roommate was being a major bitch and trying to become a vessel for your astral vampiric life form, and frankly, I just needed her to cut it out. She was biting people and burning beloved artifacts. She burned the Kermit plushie I was in a relationship with. Do not judge me for being in a relationship with a Muppet. What do you even know about love, Gerard Way? In any case, it was honestly kind of your fault that she went crazy. Whatever chemical you were putting in my chemical romance was not safe for her mind, body, and soul. And I think being emo turned her into a witch. If you wish to apologize in return for what you put me through, I will gladly accept. But yeah, sorry, I suppose. Should I send this to Gerard Way or just hope they sense it with their vampire vision? I don't understand how vampires work.